Hey there, Tracy here with my Oh So Inspired for August 2025. In this month's Oh So Inspired, we are inspired by our teammate LV Handcrafted, also known as Lynn. So let's jump into the video and see what I made. And here's a still photo of Lynn's image. It looks like she used her postage. Well, I'm going to do the same, only I'm using a postage from GinaK. And I do want to make a background design. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to make kind of a fake bokeh. This is a Swiss cheese stencil from Trinity Stamps. So as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, this is a hop and it is an inspiration hop. So I will have a link to the playlist listed down below. And what we are inspired by today is Lynn of LV Handcrafted. I will have her Instagram listed down below and a link directly to the card that she made that I am sort of inspired by, casing, so on and so forth. So, I was inspired by the postage stamp look, and I was inspired by the bokeh kind of purple background, and I went back to my gnome roots here on this one today. So I've just done some ink blending here, and now I'm going to just kind of dry this off a little bit because it's super wet. And I'm going to grab my little stencil and just a little brush, and I'm going to just start stenciling in some white ink to make that kind of bokeh effect. And I'm just going random with the little circles, and they can overlap, whatever, do your circles, have some fun with it. I think I'll do a couple more, and then I'm going to throw in a couple of bats because this is going to be kind of a Halloween card. And it'll be cut up too, so I'm not horribly worried about the design because it'll be in small portions, as you'll see. And I'm just cleaning off my distress ink there. Now I'm going to grab this little stencil, also from Trinity Stamps, and I'm just going to stencil in some white bats. So go figure, right? Just to kind of give it a Halloween-y feel. And I'm not doing a whole bunch of them, just a few. Not even a bunch of them will show through once I've cut this out. So then I'm just adding some little white dots with a chalk pencil and smearing them out just to kind of give it a little bit more dimension. And then I'll do some splattering on it with the white. This is the Dr. P.H. Martin's white. And clean off my brush, and we're just going to do a little bit of black just to bring in the Halloween. So this is dry and ready to go. Or it's going to be dry in a minute. I want to make sure that it's completely dry before I put it in my die. So the GinaK stamp postage set, this is an older one, not her latest, has the part that cuts out the little frames, and then it cuts out the kind of backer piece, so you can use the whole thing, and that's my plan here, so that I've got kind of a continuous design. And so I'm just adding some kind of postage stamping from my waffle flower stamp set, and then I'll glue each one of these down to the little postage frame that I kept together. You can take them apart, you can do all kinds of fun things with them. And then I'll just glue this down to the portion where I cut that out, and then I'll use another die once it's dry to cut it out. So I want to add my gnome, and since I'm doing Halloween, I'm doing one of our little spooky gnomes from Trinity, and that's going to be a super easy color. So, yeah, as I mentioned before, Lynn was using from Not Too Shabby Shop and her design of the postage. And I don't have that die. I do have several different postage ones, but I kind of thought I'd just change it up with this GinaK one. That's I like the fact that it's just got 4 and they're all of equal size. So, just something different. And super easy coloring on this little gnome. And I'm just using my Ohuhu markers, and I know my, that's his little ghost outfit is going to be white, of course, so I'm just kind of coming in with some grays, and the same with the beard. So his beard and his outfit are going to be the same, and that's okay. So we'll just get this colored out. I sure am having fun with this Oh So Inspired series, and especially since we are inspired by our peers here on our team. Let's get our little pumpkin colored in. And I think I'll color in his shoes here with some dark grays. Little belt. And friends, this is speed coloring at its finest. I wanted to make sure to keep this video relatively short since, you know, we are having a hop and there's a lot of us. And I want to make sure that you hop along with each one of our artists here today. So I'll just add some little white highlights and cut them out. Now I've got everything cut out and ready to go. And I'm going to use one of these frame dies to cut out my piece here, just to make sure that it's nice and even. It's still not perfectly even because that, you know, that would be too much like right, but it is the right size. I've learned to let it go. It's hard though. And then I've got a little layer of black that I'm putting behind my little gnome. And I'm going to pop him up right here. So, yeah, I know last month I didn't do a gnome. That's because I was inspired by me and it was just too hard to pick something. But, you know, that a gnome would go in other than doing the exact same card. So, there I've got the You Are Fabulous. And now I'm just going to add some little ghost embellishments and this card will be finished. I can't wait to see what everybody makes. I bet you there's going to be a lot of postage. That little panda she had on there was so dang cute. Let's get some little more ghosts here, little stars. And maybe a couple more over here. Yep, I'm happy with it. So there we have it. I thank you so much, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And everything you need to know is listed in the description box below. Here are some still images to finish off the video. Take care. Bye-bye.